Today's round will be played at the back nine in Rochester on a full swing simulator. We'll be playing American Dunes Golf Club. And if you do want to actually get out to the course, it's located in Grand Haven, Michigan, and it's a Jack Nicklaus design. Hole 1, pretty straight away hole. Waste bunker going down the left side. Kind of tug the driver a little bit to the right. And going straight into the trees to start this one off. Next shot, I have about 120 into the hole, playing about uphill 0.7 feet. I'm going to be taking my gap wedge. The plan here is to hit a little bit of a draw, kind of to the left of the tree that's hanging down, and have it draw right into the hole. Took it on a good line. Landed just on the front of the green, spun a little bit back. Just on the fringe. Have about 18 feet left of the hole. I have some people messing with the speakers next to me. Putting is a bit tricky on here. Honestly, the game plan here is to just get it within the 10-foot gimme radius. And that's exactly what I did. Finish this hole with a par. Next hole is a dogleg right with some water that comes into play on the right side. Game plan is to aim out to the left and draw it right back in. Hit a pretty good shot. Thought I was going to be flirting more with the water with the draw I hit, but set up pretty good on this next hole. Hit that one about 301 total. This is a par 5. Next shot is 195 out, playing 5 feet up. I have hitting. I went with the 6 iron on this one just because I can kind of hit it around 200 to 210 depending on rollout, so figured why not give this one a rip. Made pretty good contact with it. Hit a bit of a draw. Wound up kind of catching it really clean. And went a little bit to the back right side. Just gonna try to play a little bit of a bump and run style chip. And I am very happy with how the chips read on the full swing simulators. It's pretty accurate for the most part. Honestly, out of the sims that I've played on, this was a lot better, being receptive to the chips. Wound up finishing with a birdie on this one, so I'm 1 under through 2. This is a 391 par 4. There is water that kind of comes into play on the left side. I wanted to play it safe and just kind of get out there with a 4 iron. Didn't want to overcook a driver and wind up, the dreaded I hit it too good ball and then you end up in the water. So I do have 168 left going into this, playing about zero point 0.6 feet up. Gonna be hitting my 9 iron here. Pretty good swing on it. Hit a little bit of a fade. Ball did check a little bit. It's kind of in real life. When I want the ball to release, it'll check. When I want it to check, it will release. So kind of getting a little bit of my real game in here. Then I got about a 20 footer, and again, just kind of trying to putt in the gimme radius, and yeah, wound up finishing with another gimme par. So I'm 1 under through 3. This next hole is a par 3, playing 170, downhill about 24 yards, playing at about 165. I'm going to be hitting my 9-iron. Hit it pretty good, hit a little bit of a draw, wound up carrying the bunker and just kind of bounced a little bit to the right. Left myself with another little chip to get up and down. Just kind of hit a little stubby chip just to get it out there. Didn't hit the best chip, so now I get to try to make this one for par. Excuse me. And yeah, kind of hit it good, but just got away from the hole. So that bogey put me to all square. Next hole is a par 4, playing 447. Just wanted to kind of get one out there. Kind of tugged it a little bit, but with how the fairway splits, it didn't hurt me at all. And this course does look really sweet, and it's one of the courses that are on my list of trying to get out to and playing next season when the snow starts to melt. So this one I have about 173 in, playing about 4 feet down. And I'm gonna take my 8-iron on this one. Just want to get a nice smooth swing to kind of set myself in a good position to try to get up and down for par. Wind up hitting it really good. Just kind of hugged it on the right side a little bit. I do roll slightly into the fringe, or I guess a little bit farther off where I'm in the fairway. Now, game plan is to just kind of get up near the hole and walk away with par. That's exactly what I do. So another gimme par. We'll go on to the next hole, all square. 6 holes, another par 5, playing 555. Pretty straightaway hole. Kind of leaked that one out on the left a little bit. Wanted to kind of turn over to draw off those trees, but I decided to kind of hit it right at them. So I'm going to be in some of the thicker stuff. Ball didn't go as far, obviously, only went 264. Have about 294 in still, playing, I think that was playing uphill about 24 feet. So I'm in between if I want to hit my 4-iron or my driving iron. But just for the sake of just trying to kind of get out there more consistently, I went with the 4-iron on this one. Just trying to put a nice swing on it and just get myself with a easy wedge into the green. Wind up catching that one pretty good. Kind of was getting a little cheeky with the bunker that comes into play along that whole left side of the fairway. Hit that 4-iron about 209. Could have hit a little better, but I'll take it. Have about 85 yards in, playing uphill. Generally, within 100 yards, I like to use my 60 degree, but with the elevation change, I kind of went with a little bit more club here. But I have been in a bit of a weird situation with my wedges where sometimes I will club up but swing lighter, and sometimes it works out, but sometimes I end up a little bit short. That one kind of one hit skipped and just kind of stopped, so I have a monumental putt to try to make here for a birdie. Have about 33 feet to the hole, and again with the putting on here, like I have kind of a general stroke that I do for like my distances, and I just kind of try to keep it all the same, so I tried to power it a little bit. And I gave it a good roll, but it just kind of died going uphill a little bit, so I missed it just slightly. So I ended up right next to the hole for a par. So I'm still all even through 6 holes, and now we're on to hole number 7, par 3, 175, playing downhill 4, hitting about, I hit my 7 iron here, just try to get myself out there. Didn't hit it the best, but I kind of was hoping for a bit of a better bounce, but wound up rolling a little bit off the front. So I have 58 feet, and I'm deciding if I want to chip or putt, and I decided to putt this one out. Felt like I gave it a pretty good roll, but again, it's one of those things where I'm honestly not even putting to make it. I'm just kind of trying to get it up there, and unfortunately, I left this one a bit short, so I have about 13 feet left to try to pick up my par. And this is my first time playing on the simulator, so again, my putting is a bit rough. So another one that I leave a little short, but it's in that gimme range, so ended this one with a bogey, so now I'm 1 over through 7 holes. So hole 8 is a par 4, playing 401. Again, this one's pretty straight away. I mean, if you spray it left or left, it'll kind of be in the stuff. So I kind of overcooked that one a bit on the draw, got a little overzealous, put myself into the trees, still hit that 286 into the rough. But luckily enough for me, I do have a window. I have about 124 into the green playing downhill. So I did take another gap wedge at this one, and kind of similar to hole 1, just trying to hit a little bit of a draw kind of under the tree and work its way back towards the hole. Put a pretty good swing on this one. Did kind of what I wanted it to do, but being in the rough, it kind of lost some power coming out of there. But being kind of on the front of the green, I'll take that because it could have definitely went a lot worse. I have about 14 yards in, just trying to, again, like the game plan is, chip it within that radius and try to walk away with the par here. And put that one pretty good. So wound up getting a par, so I'm 1 over through 8. Ninth hole. Again, water kind of comes into play, so I decided to hit a 4 iron off the tee here. Felt like I hit that one pretty good. Generally, I will tee up my iron shots on tee boxes, but just being at the sim, I didn't really feel like using the small tee, but hit that one 220. Now I left myself a 144-yard shot, and wasn't really sure if I picked the right club or not because of how I had my clubs lined up, but I'm hitting a pitching wedge into this green. Kind of pushed it a little bit with a bit of a fade. Was flirting a lot with the water, but got lucky and held up, which, I mean, in real life, I probably would have got lucky enough to where it kicked back into the water. So now I'm just trying to set myself up for a nice, easy up and down here. And got that one in the gimme radius as well. So walked away with the par. So I finished the front 9 at 1 over. And I am playing from the tips on this, so I believe it tipped out at just over 7,000. I don't remember specifically, but hole 10 is another par 4. Pretty straightaway hole where there's trouble on the left, and then the waste bunkers coming on the right if you overdraw it or if you're a righty and kind of fade. But hit that one about 306, and I have about 115 in with a 4 foot downhill. So I hit my 56 on this one. And again, like I said on the other hole, I'm kind of trying to work through some of my distances with my wedges. So left that one a little short, but honestly, for the most part, what I'm playing for is I'm just trying to play for pars in all honesty. So whatever I can kind of do to set myself up, that's kind of the game plan. So I have 28 feet to the hole. Just want to kind of get it up there. Gave that one a pretty good roll. If I went a little bit more left, I probably could have been a bit closer, but I'll take that gimme par. Now we're going to go to hole 11, par 4, 336-yard hole. Felt like I hit a pretty good drive on this one, hit a good draw, but unfortunately the waste bunker does come into play. I was hoping to kind of draw it a little bit farther off of that waste bunker area, but it decided to kind of hang on its original line. So I have about 99 yards into the hole, playing 9 feet downhill. Since I'm in the bunker, I am clubbing up a little bit here, so I am going to hit my 56. Just trying to get myself out there and set myself up good. Kind of faded this one out, unluckily, and wound up kind of in the green side bunker now. And generally, when I'm on green side bunkers, I'll do all my wedge shots, or I should say bunker shots, with a 60 degree. Gave that one a pretty good hit, but unfortunately, I'm going to be rolling outside of that radius. I have about 22 feet to the hole. This one is a bit of a sidewinder, so I really don't know what I'm honestly thinking when I'm standing over this putt. I'm just hoping that it might go in the hole. Put it on a pretty good line, but missed it a bit on the rookie side and short. So I walked away with a gimme bogey on that one. Par 3, 193, playing about 5 feet downhill. Hitting my 6-iron again on this one. And I decided I wanted to absolutely crush it. So I'm in the kind of the waste bunker behind the green. Now just trying to get up and down from here. And get walked away with a gimme par. Then we have a par 5. This one's playing 675. Pretty straightaway hole. Wind up taking this one up the left side of the fairway. Hoping to kind of get some more distance out of it, but I'll take it. It's not the worst. Still hit that about 297 total, so I'll take that. I do have a long way in still. I got 376. I am hitting a 4-iron here just because I don't keep a 3-wood in the bag. I have a 3 driving iron by TaylorMade. Usually I do use that at this distance, but with there being some trees on the right, I figured to hit a 4-iron to get myself kind of out there versus potentially over drawing it into the trees. And I have played with 3-woods before, but my issue with my 3-woods is if I miss it left or right, it still goes just as far. So my thought process is to use my irons instead, just because if I do wind up hitting one fat or not hitting it the best, I can still hit it straight where I'm not in the stuff and kind of set myself up for some more problems. So do have 157 in. I am going to hit a 9-iron into this green. Wind up fading that 9-iron out. Kind of lost some distance here, but set myself up for a decent up and down. Since this is a par 5, I can still walk away with a par on this one. So this is a birdie chip coming up. Wind up leaving it a little far away. do have a sidewinding putt coming up. Missed that one just on the rookie side. Walked away with the bogey. I decided to accidentally misrecord 2 holes, so we will pick up on hole 16. We are on the 16th hole now. I am 3 over. This is a 458-yard par 4. There is some trouble on the left. I did hit a pretty good shot, kind of drawing it slightly off of the bunkers on the right or on the left side and draws back in. Didn't really get all of it. I'm going a little uphill, but have about 188 in. I'm going to be hitting a 7 iron. We are playing it a little bit uphill at 1.2 feet. Again, this is one of my first times recording at a simulator, so I did accidentally stop a couple of things, and I hit that absolutely terribly. So I have 118 or 71 feet left, or 71 yards left. So I'm just gonna try to hit my 60 degree and kind of get it out somewhere, hopefully on the green. Put a decent swing to it, and it does kind of sit and skip a little bit. So I'm gonna have to putt this one out, unfortunately for myself. But all in all, I am very happy with how this simulator reacts to my target lines, and it's just one of the things that I should probably go into the practice mode and roll some putts to try to figure out what the trick to putting is, because it does read pretty well for like where your ball like leaves the mat, because that one I hit straight, but I did take it on the wrong line, so walked away with the bogey on that one. Now we're going to 7. Hole 17 was lost in the download, so we'll pick up here on hole 18. So we're on hole 18 now, ending on a par 5, playing 534 yards. Kind of overdrew it a little bit, where I wanted it to obviously, in a perfect world, land in the middle of the fairway, but I decided to not do that. Landed 301 yards away, so I have 228 yards in, and this shot does get tricky because you do have the water on the right, and for me, if I try to overdraw it, that's where I'll land. So I do decide to bust out the driving iron on this one. I'm gonna try to aim on the left and kind of drop back in towards the hole. Pretty good swing on it, and I did take it to the side I wanted to, and I figured if it doesn't draw and kind of hang out like it did, it'll leave me for a good up and down. So I did take that about 232 yards off the deck, which I'll take that any day of the week. Have about 15 yards into the hole. I am chipping for eagle here, so I'm hoping to just get it within that radius and be able to walk away with a birdie here. Kind of rolled out a little bit on me, so I am going to have to wind up putting this one out. So I have about 5 yards to the hole. I don't remember if I was on or off the green, but I decided to just hit a little chip. So wound up finishing with a 4 over. So wound up shooting 76 on that one. So I mean, I'll take it. This was the first time I saw the course, so thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. I will be releasing various reviews, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and just generally hit me up if you're trying to golf, and we could try to set something up on the simulator or kind of get ready for next spring and summer. So thanks for watching. Make sure to follow on all socials.